Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Libra for the week of July 28th. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. And for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. And of course, the lovely comments. Thank you so much for doing all of that for me. It truly is appreciated. Seven of Pentacles, looking into making some financial investments for some of you. Trying to figure out what your next move is going to be. You've already made some investments in your time, energy, and effort into your life, your hard work. You're determined, and you found some results already, you know, some positive ones. So now you're investing your time again for many of you. You know, maybe it didn't get as much as you had anticipated or wanted, but definitely investments. And this could be in yourself, your schooling, your education, your job, you know, moving up the corporate ladder, but you're definitely investing in your financial growth in different forms. And the Eight of Swords, yeah, letting go of self-doubt. Stop stressing and worrying about some things in your life, you know. Negative thoughts, not feeling like you're being very much supported here by many. But you're understanding that you can't allow yourself to, you know, slide down this rabbit hole for many of you. Because the restrictions that are there are only in your head. And you're realizing that quite clearly this week, that you have held yourself in this state of, you know, can't afford, can't do, you know, can't achieve for whatever reason it is for you. But you're understanding now that everybody else managed to figure it out. What's been holding yourself back? So you've really got some clarity coming this week, mind-wise, setting yourself free, understanding that the only thing that stands in your way is yourself and your self-doubt. So you're getting out of that state of mind. And the King of Pentacles, look at that, taking charge. Many of you are taking charge of your finances, talking to some people about how to make investments here for sure. You know, this is your wealth, your business. You're taking the leadership role in it. You could be looking into starting your own business, your own enterprise. So you're really doing some homework here. And owning it, taking the time, because there's something that you want to have and achieve, and I don't blame you. And it's you who are going to not only initiate it, but having to oversee it. So you're taking on that stance now, early in the game, so that you can make sure that it's going to happen. Because if you're afraid that if you can rely on somebody else, it might not go all the way. So you're taking on the mastery charge of this. And the Tower card, yeah, that's all right. Sometimes that's a blessing in itself, you know, because that's how you start over again. You take a different look at things. Something has showed up that you weren't quite happy with, but it's okay because now it has helped you to make the next step for yourself. You know, a sudden change, an upheaval. Something has definitely disappointed you. This is your awakening. It's time for you to step up to your new game. So a sudden insight is going to help you recalibrate your next step. And it will help you to make things more sure in your life. No more backsliding. Understanding you can rely on yourself. Taking charge of being in the power seat of it. And moving forward. So you're definitely taking care of yourself here. The Queen of Swords, yeah. Feeling stronger about your decisions. More determined. You know. No more backlashes. No more judgment. You're feeling more independent. You're putting up clear boundaries. You know what's expected of yourself, not of what others expect of you. And you're communicating very clearly. Thinking very clearly with your mind. You know what it is you want to have, where you want to go. More or less predicting your own future here. At what it is that you have to do in order to follow these steps to your dream. So you're taking on that leadership role. Believing in yourself again. And the Justice. Well, there looks like there's going to be some legal documents that need to be signed here for some of you. Well, this could be a new contract coming in, and it's going to help you to level the clearing field for yourself, moving forward, balance, cause and effect. This could be that you have to go to court, stand up, be a witness to something, whatever it happens to be. And then it is finally done. It's part of the past. You're telling the truth. You're thinking very clearly on your feet. And it makes you feel more in balance when you finally get this done. This could be a contract for moving into an apartment. There's many contracts in life that need to be dealt with. But you're making sure, whatever the contract it is that you're looking at for yourselves, that it is good for you. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. Making sure you're taking a good hard look at it before you sign on that dotted line. The Four of Pentacles. So you can finally breathe a little bit this week. You're understanding that, okay, you've held back, you've watched your pennies, you've been saving money, security, and you've been in control of it. Some not so good, but you've managed to hang on in there. Now you want to not just be there, you want more. So you've definitely watched your P's and Q's, your pocketbook, and now you want to do something. And you're realizing that sometimes hanging on too tight makes your world much smaller. It doesn't take a lot in order to enjoy yourself. You can still hang on to your finances, but you need to loosen the purse strings just a little bit for a short time. You'll still watch because there is, maybe been some overspending in the past, and you don't want to do that anymore. No more backsliding. You have a vision where you want to be, in some cases for many of you, on a certain time frame. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, whatever it happens to be for your vision for your future. But you're realizing that, your world becomes smaller sometimes when you close yourself off too much. So you're understanding that there needs to be more balance. And the Fool card, look at that. New beginnings, new opportunities, and stepping up to it again, or stepping out into it, however you want to say it. But this new beginning has all the potential of beautiful possibilities. Increase in all areas of your life. You can trust yourself a little bit better. You're not doing this blindfolded, but you're starting over. This opportunity that has just came, knocking on your door. Not only can you see the potential of the growth in all areas of your life if you accept it, but your future as well. So you're willing to begin again. And it's not been an easy choice for yourself, but you're realizing that it needs to happen now. You can't keep just waiting for things to change for you. You're in charge of either moving forward or staying put. And it looks like for the majority of you, you're moving forward. You're actually beginning to believe in yourself again. You're understanding that this opportunity that's presented itself, the universe has brought it to you. It's been listening to you. And the Queen of Pentacles, it's going to help your finances in many ways, which is very nice because everybody seems to be stressing, and understandably, about their finances for their future. But you're making sure that your finances are being dealt with. You're looking into a wider range of investments for yourself. Some of you areas where you never thought you would, take that $500 and invest it in that out of fear that, it's gone forever. No, you're broadening your horizons, and with that, your future. So you're feeling more comfortable with your decisions, financially and otherwise in your life. You're really smart when you decide to invest in anything or buy something, however you want to say it. You do your homework. You don't just go out and spend the money because your past has taught you. You need to look before you leap, and that's what you're doing here. But you are definitely making the choices, feeling more strongly about your decisions because of your past experiences. And the Seven of Swords, yeah. You're walking away from something. It served its purpose. You've had enough. You're moving on. You put up the boundaries. You made the decisions. There's just been too much going on in the shadows behind you, and you realize it. People's been getting away with things, taking credit for things that you've suggested in the past, and you've gotten not a thanks or a raise for any of it. So this is your time to, pack your bags and collect your ticket and get out of this situation, because there's just too much going on that you understand is not for you. You're not meant for this. And you finally woken up to that realization this time. And the Knight of Pentacles, yeah. You planted your seed. You're definitely following through. And you're doing it, you're not charging at this. You definitely did some hard work here to accomplish where you're at. Stick to the routines, do what you had to do, take care of responsibilities, done your duties. So you've already proven to yourself you can do it. You're not wanting to, but it's time to. So you're definitely heading in a new direction for yourself that is going to pay in the long run. And not that you wanted to wait, but you're realizing sometimes, whether we like it or not, it's how it goes. But you've come to that understanding now that so be it, but one step forward is the next one to begin. And the Two of Cups, yeah, like-minded. You've got somebody who's backing you here, somebody who understands you. This could be a marriage proposal for some of you, a new mutual attraction, good friends. There's definitely a good connection coming in for you. Somebody who is on the same wavelength as you. People that really get along and think alike, got each other's back, mutual attraction. So there is something to celebrate coming in for you this week. If this is a marriage proposal, it's going to be one that is going to last a very long time. And then because you are raised the same and you've, grown up more or less the same, you are expecting the same in the future. For your investments, your home, where you want to live, how you get along with your family, all those sort of questions that other couples worry about. You're not, because you just click with this other person. Ooh, and the Strength card, look at that. Determination to go forward. And it's time. You're shaking off the cobwebs, you're moving forward. You have compassion here. You're not being influenced by anything but your inner self, and you're focused. You've tamed that questions in your mind for your future. You're just feeling more fulfilled, more calm going forward this week, understanding things are happening as in turn at time when they were supposed to. So you're definitely on a more mellow trip this week for yourself. So that's beautiful to see, but you're definitely moving forward here. There's no doubt about you stepping back. All right, and your Oracle card. A windfall of money arrives. Beautiful. Or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. And there you go. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.